Hello, welcome to Jedi Lessons Week 7A. Today we will be talking about force and torque. So, our question is, you are installing a new spark plug into your car. So, spark plug goes into the engine of a car so that it can spark the pistons. So we're just going to put our little plug right there. And the manual specifies that it is to be tightened to a torque that has a magnitude of 77 newtons per meter. Using the data in the figure, determine the magnitude force, or the magnitude F, which is of the force that you must exert from the wrench. So in the picture that I have, we have our spark plug, we have the wrench connected to it, and then we have a hand right here going to the body. So we have that. I know this is a little messed up drawing, but from here to here, we are 0.28 meters away. That is the length. We are at a 50-degree angle from the hand to the position of the wrench, and we are pulling backwards, and so that is our force. We are going to be working with a few different variables and units. Our first one will be torque, so that's going to be T. That is going to be applied to the spark plug so that we can get its rotational force, and that will be in Newton meters. Next, we are going to be working with our axis of rotation, so our R, which will be relative to our 0.28 meters. So that will be, the SI units will be in meters. We're also working with angle, so we're just going to label that theta, which is our 50 degrees right there. We can start plugging in some numbers. So we have 0.28 meters. We have 50 degrees. And then our last one we will be working with will be our force, and that is what we are ultimately trying to find. First, we're going to be looking at all of our variables. We also have our torque, almost forgot, which is 77 Newton. Nope, that's Newton meters. So we have three variables, and we are trying to figure out this one right here. We have three variables. To find torque, we work with torque equals R times force, so rotation times force times our angle. Our angle, since we are working with our, since we're pulling with the wrench right here, we're going to be working with sine. So we're trying to isolate force alone. In order to do that, we're going to divide both sides by rotation and angle. So in order to get that, force is equal to torque divided by rotation and angle. We have all of our numbers. We're trying to figure out what force is. We have our numbers: torque, rotation, angle. When we plug in our numbers, it will equal 77 Newton meters over 0.28 meters times sine 50 degrees. That equals our first 77 Newton meters over 0.28 meters times sine 50 degrees. So sine 50 equals 0.766044444443 times 0.28 equals 0.214492 meters. 0.214492 meters. After that, we're going to look at our units and see that we have meters and meters. We can cancel those out. We don't need them anymore. Then we are going to divide 77 by 0.214492. That ultimately comes out to 77 divided by 0.214492 equals 358.988. 358.988. We can round this. We had a whole load of different numbers, but if we look at it, we have 2 sig figs here, 2 sig figs here. This could be rounded up to 360 newtons. That is how much force is needed to tighten the spark plug. Thank you.